You know, I love the city of St. Louis. What a great place to visit. And if you've got a family, it's a wonderful place to take. I know, listen, I know it gets a bad rap sometimes. Big cities always do. But St. Louis is wonderful. It's got all these free places you can take your family. Like, number one, it's free St. Louis Art Museum. Fourth best art museum in the country. Fantastic. And it's free. Unless you're going to see some kind of traveling exhibit, then you're going to have to pay a little extra for that. But it's typically free. Also, the zoo. I've been told, and it was posted recently, St. Louis Zoo is now #1 in the country, and it's free. Now, you go in, you got to pay for things you're going to eat, or if you want to buy something in the museum store, or if you want to ride the little train that goes all the way around the zoo, that's a little extra. It's not much, but it's a little extra. But going into the zoo, seeing all the animals and all the things, absolutely free. There's a science center you take your kids to. Our kids used to love to go to the science center. And so it's a great place, and it's free. And there's all kinds of things for you to do there. In fact, you can go to like the Muni. They have a fantastic Muni during the summer, and there's a portion sitting out back that's free. Now, it's a little further back from the stage, but if you can't afford the tickets, and they're not that expensive, you can go and sit way back there and watch the whole thing for free. St. Louis has all kinds of wonderful places to go and to see and to do that, you can have a great time. In fact, we were looking at all the number of things. I'm going to post them for you. All the things we were looking to do. And I thought, we can't get around to doing it all in just a few days we've got here. So we're going to show you some about the city and a few special places I think you'll enjoy. And I hope you'll go visit sometime and spend some time in St. Louis area. You'll be surprised about all the things you can do. And depending on the weather conditions, if you go during the summer, you can see a St. Louis Cardinals ball game. And by the way, just so you'll know, they're one of the best teams ever in the history of baseball. There's only one other team in the history of baseball that's won more World Series championships than the St. Louis Cardinals, and that's the New York Yankees. So you go see a great ball game. If you go in the wintertime, you can go out to Hidden Valley Ski area and you can ski. You can even ski at night out there. It's a wonderful place. You can go see a St. Louis professional soccer game or go see the St. Louis Blues play hockey during their season. All kinds of wonderful things for you to take your family to go see and do. So anyway, let's get on with the video and let you see that. God bless.
To Washington Avenue. Theater. We're on our way to the walls of Washington, but we're capturing some interesting architecture on the way.
Just look all down through there. That whole...
Look all down through there. Big old churches. Just beautiful buildings.
St. Louis has some of the most fantastic architecture. And it's everywhere. It's like going to Europe. They just have all this great architecture.
And even some of the old buildings that are decaying and falling apart are really interesting in the way they're built and then the way they've been graffitied and messed up in the meantime.
The newest burgeoning art areas in the country. It's called the Walls off Washington, this being Washington Avenue, and this being just off. Pretty cool looking stuff. Nope. Pretty fascinating artwork. Here's some more of the walls off Washington.
The walls off Washington artwork. Varying themes on each block.
This is the Masonic Temple, and it's really unusual. Architects come and study this temple all the time because each lodge in the temple is built inside the building with its own floors, own walls, and its own ceilings. So it's buildings within buildings. Is they have so many parks set aside all over the city for the residents and so many free things to do. We're getting ready to go into the largest of the parks called Forest Park. There's several golf courses there, the St. Louis Art Museum, the St. Louis Zoo, the St. Louis Science Center are all located, and the Muni are all located here in Forest Park. So we thought we'd kind of drive you through a little bit of that, show you a little bit of it so you can see for yourself about how great this place is. Just take a look as we're driving around, getting ready to pull in the Forest Park. Frankly, I think this is much better than Central Park in New York.
One of the golf courses as we're driving by. Beautiful area. Acres and acres of just beautiful Greenland.
St. Louis has quite a golf history with Bell Reef Country Club that has hosted 2 PGA event championships and US Open. In fact, they've held a lot of various things, and coming up they're going to hold the President's Cup in 2030. So also there's old courses like Normandy Golf Course and one that was designed by Hale Irwin called Quail Creek. Quite a golfing history.
Science Center. One of the things about St. Louis that we learned to appreciate when we lived here with small children is there are so many free things to do. The Science Center has no entrance fee and you can come here free. They have all kinds of exhibitions and interactive events for the kids. And this is part of the Science Center right here, the planetarium.
I don't know how to drive. This is the Jewel Box at Forest Park, and there's a sign over here that gives us some more information about it, so I thought I'd walk over here. Look how beautiful they keep this place landscaped. Absolutely gorgeous. It says the Jewel Box is among dozens of significant landmarks, landscapes, and natural areas restored and maintained through the public and private partnership of the City of St. Louis and Forest Park Forever. It is a can't miss sites including bronze sundial, granite and wrought iron gates, and a statue of St. Francis of Assisi. Dedicated in 1936, crowds flocked to experience this magnificent Art Deco design. So, look how beautiful. If you like gardening and flowers and beautiful architecture, St. Louis has a lot to offer, and the Jewel Box is one of the crown achievements. Coming up on the sundial, we'll find out what time it is. Hey, and the sundial says it's 10:30. We've made it to the front door, and in we go. Cost us $1 a piece to get in, but just absolutely gorgeous in here. Look at all the beautiful flowers. Is the Muni at Forest Park, and during the summer months they hold outdoor presentations, plays if you will, and you can buy tickets and go in and see. There's also a section behind all the seating where you can see it for free if you want to sit that far back and bring your own chairs and whatnot. And they'll do things like I think they're getting ready to open up with Carole King the musical. There's a Sound of Music. I'm trying to think of the others that they've already got slated. Little House of Horrors. There's several they've got already on the docket for this summer, and it's a tremendous place to come and just enjoy a time out with a little bit of a artistic flair. Picture of the St. Louis Art Museum. We'll take you a little closer here in just a minute.
And there is the statue of St. Louis for which the city is named, and I think it's Louis XIV. This is the front of the art museum. It was built as part of the 1904 World's Fair, and then developed from there. It has a huge art collection. It is a place very dear to my heart because I interned here when I was an art student at Washington University. Worked for the curator of European art and helped put together exhibition on Artemisia Gentileschi. So that was a fun time, and I love this. This also is another free event for families to participate in. They do ask for donations, which help keep the art museum up. But you can bring your children here. They can see art from ancient Egypt and ancient Greece and Asian art, and then all kinds of European and modern collections as well. Really wonderful museum. It's a plus to the St. Louis community. Okay, straight ahead we're starting to see the wall which surrounds the St. Louis Zoo. And over here is the main building and entrance. Another family-oriented attraction that is free for families to attend the zoo.
You can buy a ticket inside to ride the train. It goes completely around the zoo. That's a lot of fun for kids. But other than buying something to eat or drink inside, it is free.
So what you can do is bring a picnic lunch, go to the zoo for a couple of hours, come out, find your picnic, and
there we go. There's the north entrance right here.
Have a place to have a picnic and then go back to the zoo and enjoy the historic Dogtown. I have to look that one up and see about Dogtown. The Science Center. There's the dome and the crosswalk that goes across the interstate. Building. Built by the Missouri Historical Society.
There's all kinds of things about World War II and World War I, and it's a surprisingly great museum.
Arch straight ahead, the monument to Western expansion with the Lewis and Clark Museum beneath it. Just to the left of the Drury Plaza Hotel, you can see the International Fur Exchange building. Everybody needs one of those. And there's a close-up of the arch again. And what is this building?
The old courthouse.
This is the old courthouse of St. Louis. You have arrived.
All right, this is Ted Drew's. And this is the place to get you something sweet to eat, like some concrete or
custard.
Our family's favorite was the sundaes made into a plastic baseball batter's helmet You get to pick the team of your choice. This is like, I messed up. I saw a lady come out with one of these banana splits. This is a Ted Drew's banana split, pineapple, chocolate, and strawberry with their famous custard. And Angela got
the Ted Drew's frozen custard with chocolate chips in it.
Good stuff. Down Gravois, or some of the locals call it Gravois. And we're coming up on the windmill, as you can see. And I'll tell you all about that in just a second. There it is. Pull over here and give you an idea of what we're looking at here. The windmill used to be a really fine place to eat. I'm assuming it still is. And what makes this really important is this windmill is halfway between Grant's Farm and Anheuser-Busch. Augie Busch built this thing so that on his way home, he'd have a place to stop and rest a minute and get something to drink. And that's why this building exists now. And it's pretty interesting. Anheuser-Busch being one of the biggest employers here in St. Louis area. Obviously, the reason why these so many of these beer companies located in St. Louis, Anheuser and Limp, which no longer exists, but because St. Louis was called, or the nickname is the City of Caves. Underneath the city and coming southward are a series of caves, and so the beer companies would make their beer and take it down into the caves and keep it at a constant 56-degree temperature. And that's the reason why they still have many of them located here and process and make their goods here. But the windmill is a really unique kind of place. I thought maybe you'd like to see it. And we're on our way now back out to Grant's Farm, which is named after Ulysses S. Grant, his farm. It's a great place for families, and we'll show it to you. You can go and have a great time there and enjoy various shows and productions that they put on, showing you animals and various things. And it'll be good.
Is Grant's tomb at Grant's Farm?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I was going to ask who was buried there.
There are just so many more things we didn't have time to show you, and I'm sorry we didn't. Like Cahokia Mounds, which is just across the Mississippi River from St. Louis, and then there's Merrimack Caverns, which is just slightly southwest of St. Louis, maybe 30 minutes or so, at Sullivan, Missouri. Just a fantastic caverns to go in if you love to go and tour those kinds of things. And then there's Union Station, that now also is Missouri's newest family destination. It has the St. Louis Aquarium. It also has the St. Louis Wheel, a huge Ferris wheel that people can ride. You can see all over the city when you ride it. There's also places to eat inside Union Station, and you can spend the night at Union Station. If you're there, don't miss the Whispering Arch. You can whisper on one side of the arch, and somebody on the other side of this great big arch can listen to you like you're talking right there in the area. It's such a fantastic place. You don't want to miss it. And speaking of great food, there's food all over the city of St. Louis. Great little sections. St. Louis used to be historically a kind of a borough city. You have the Italian borough, which is now South County. You had the Scrubby Dutch borough, which is over by Anheuser-Busch Brewery. You had the Italian borough, which is now the Hill. The Hill has dozens of wonderful, authentic Italian restaurants that you can eat. This fantastic food if you want to go there and see all those things. Then there's things like Six Flags over Mid-America. There's the City Museum, which is an incredible 8-story high space that is just, I can't describe it for you. You'll have to go see it yourself. It's not your typical museum. It will keep your kids absolutely spellbound for hours doing things, and it is tremendous. And speaking of kids, there's the Magic House you can go to. It's a tactile, kind of a hands-on experience for kids that you won't want them to miss that experience. If you're into botany and butterflies, you may want to go to the Missouri Botanical Gardens. While you're there, go in to see the Sachs Butterfly House. It's fantastic. And we got one more video we want to show you from St. Louis about the spiritual connections with St. Louis. And here's what I want you to do for me. I want you to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell so you get notified every time we post a new video. It's absolutely free to subscribe. It doesn't cost you a dime, doesn't cost you even a penny. Kick it in, subscribe, and you'll be one of our folks to get information about when we're putting together videos. We're getting ready to take off in about a week and go out to the Smokies. Then we're going to go down to Atlanta. We've got some things to show you in North Carolina. Then we're going to go to Savannah, over into Alabama, and come back. Yeah, listen, we've got lots of things coming up we want you to see. So get a part of it. Let's help us out and get subscribed. We don't get paid from you. You don't have to pay a thing. It's just free for you to subscribe, and it'll help us with YouTube algorithms. So do us that favor, will you? And help us out. If you do want to become one of our Patreons, well, I'll put it in the description below how to get to be one of our Patreons to help us. And for as little as like $20 a month, you can help us make these videos. And hopefully we're getting better, getting better as we make them. But I hope these things bless you. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope God blesses you real good.